Good.
Amistad Land Use and Zoning Commission, call this meeting to order. Determine there's a quorum. Mr. Sanchez, Mr. Wiley, Mr. Hernandez, there is a quorum. Approval of previous, minutes. Do we all seen them? Do we have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
A motion, Mr. Sanchez, second. Mr. Wiley, all those in favor?
Aye.
3-0 vote. Item 4, for discussion and possible action to recommend approval or disapproval to the Commissioners Court on a plat establishing lots 43A and 43B out of 10.002 acres. Survey 7th block, 5, section 5. Survey 7, block 5, section 7, abstract 576, Already County, Texas. Mr. Hernandez, do you have something on this?
Good morning, everybody. This consistent subdividing 10-acre tract into 2 5-acre tracts. This is established as lot 45. However, this specific piece of tract is not recorded. It's shown on slide 349 side B for future development on the acreage range, but this specific tract is not platted. That's why it's a plat, not a replat. This plat is proposed by Amistad Consulting Services and is proposed to establish lot 43A and 43B out of this unrecorded lot 43. The owners are Berta Ramirez and Aurelio Ramirez, and they will be required to install 1 septic for each lot and also connect to Lake Rich water that is located on Kingwood Avenue. This plat is located within the extraterritorial jurisdiction of City of the Rio, but since all the tracts are greater than 5 acres, they don't need to go to the city for approval.
Any discussion, folks? Questions?
Well, I mean, we've done it before with, apparently with 42A and 42B. That was done years ago. I don't see a problem in it.
And they are putting in septic systems, and they will comply.
Yes, and then we have on the other side of Kingwood, we have a little tract, like a third of an acre.
Yes, and those, thank you, those have to be, I learned this because I forgot the other day. And those have to be aerobic because they're under an acre by Amistad land
That was
use.
going to be,
Yeah.
just out of curiosity, it's not going to affect this at all.
No.
But what is the minimum size of a lot that you have to have for a septic tank?
Okay.
Or then you go to this aerobic type of system?
The book says if it's an acre, it's got to be for water. You got for your own water well and your septic. If it's under half an acre, you've got to have public water supply in your septic. Amistad Land Use and Zoning says if it's under an acre, you have to have aerobic. These are 0.3 something, so they have to be aerobic, and they do have public water. And on those small lots, we do meet all the setbacks. That's the main thing, is that we meet the setbacks. If for some reason we don't meet the setbacks, then there can be variances. But on these tracts, there's not an issue.
Nor the tracks that
we're talking about. The 43A and 43B are plenty big enough. And now that they could be conventional, but if the ground, it's called a restricted horizon. If you have rock within 2 feet of the bottom of the excavation on your drain field, within 2 feet, then you have to do something different. You don't have to necessarily do aerobic, but you do soil substitute, you can do a mound system. But most applications would go ahead and do aerobic because it is a lot better system for that application. So anyway, with all that said, I think it's so good to go.
These people are not the owners of these other small.
No.
No.
Just for
Those other small lots were done back, what, 70s or 60s or something like that. Yeah, back in the day where they could get away with doing little things like that.
Any other discussion, or do y'all want to
Any
make a motion?
easements going through there or anything?
Motion.
No easements?
I'll make a motion to accept.
Second. I have a motion, Mr. Sanchez, second, Mr. Whaley. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, 3-0 vote. Any other business or commissioners' comments? I hear none. This meeting's adjourned.
That's all.
Stephen?